So this is Resolute. She was built in the early 1940s. Excuse the wind, try and get out of that as quick as we can. As a cargo carrying boat, but never actually used in that capacity. And then at some point in her life, she was converted for residential use, which is how she remains today. So the first thing that you see as we come in is that we've entered the wheelhouse, and it's been converted into this really lovely kitchen and breakfast space. The current owners tell me actually they spend the vast majority of their time up here because it does just have so much light. You've got full 360 views through all of the windows. And they say it's actually just a really lovely place to be, even when it is cold in winter, because there's so many windows, light comes through and it does actually stay quite warm up here. And they only really have to venture downstairs into the living area on some really chilly evenings, and it is the living area that we are going to now. So down the spiral staircase into this lovely living room, full beam. There's that spiral staircase. So excuse the tea cozy, they have a dog, and that is their young dog's comforter effectively. Just moving around. Got a fireplace that's been recently installed. The current owners have owned her for about 3 years now, and have done a lot of work in modernising her, including electrics. The wheelhouse has been overhauled on the exterior, and as has the heating. So in the cupboard, it's a little bit difficult to see, but here is the water heating. So that has all been very recently replaced and overhauled, and has all its certifications, etc. We've also got air conditioning on board, which is an absolutely lovely, an amazing luxury to have as we enter into the warmer months. 3 bedrooms on this boat. We come to the 3rd bedroom, which has been set up as an office space, and then through this door is a library. Now, this is actually a shower room that has been converted for current ownership. There was a compost toilet in here, and then a shower, which I will show you very briefly, which is being used as a little bit of a storage space. But should you want to convert it back, it's all there and you're able to do it. Across the corridor, we have the guest cabin. So double bed to the side, an electric radiator, and then through this door we have got a toilet and a shower, and then we've got a Jack and Jill door through to the primary cabin. However, that does also have its own separate bathroom and toilet facilities. We're in the master cabin now. Sink, etc., just in the corner, as you've seen with all the other bedrooms as well. Coming round, the great thing with these sort of boats of this nature is that because they've all been converted from a different use, they're all unique. So every single one has its own character, its own sort of foibles and quirks, etc., which makes them really interesting things to view and to list actually. Toilet, and then we've got 3/4 hip bath as well. Now, this boat does also have a little secret area behind the primary cabin. We've got a utility room, which is something you don't often see. These appliances are coming with the boat as well. We've got a washing machine that's only about 18 months old, and then a dryer to boot. So you've got that space. So if you are doing laundry, it's not going to impede, particularly when it's drying, if you're not using the dryer, in your living space. You don't often see that in boats, so that's actually a really cool little feature. What I think we'll do is I will return to this amazing view in the wheelhouse. Now, the engine room I haven't shown you. There is an engine there, it does work. However, it's a little bit of a challenge to get down to when you're one-handed trying to film a video. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go and have a look actually. So we can peer down There she is, an engine, full head height in there as well. You've got other electrical components in there. And again, it's its own separate space, which does have some really big advantages. And any smells of, you know, if the engines do produce, ultimately that is in its own separate area and isn't going to leak into the accommodation, which is a good thing to think about. As we're on the outside, what we'll do, we'll take a quick walk around the outside decks. There's the air conditioning unit. And I shall leave you with a glorious view.